Hi guys, and welcome back to the Mill Ground. This is a podcast from Castlemilk Youth Complex. Sorry, we're all laughing. We just had something that's never happened to us before coming up on our screens there. This is season 4 and episode 43, and this is a very special episode because if you've been a regular viewer since the start, since episode 1, you'll know that that was way back in May of last year. And the specific date that we put out episode 1 was the 28th of May of last year. So you guys will be watching this on the 27th because we know you've got the notifications on our YouTube. So you would be watching it right away when it goes up. But we just want to say happy birthday to the Milk Room. So hey, and
happy birthday to you.
Is that all we're getting? Is that all we're getting?
Well, I don't think you want to be that put through that much pain with me singing all the time.
So a full year of the Milk Round being brought to you on our YouTube, which you're on just now. So if you can like the videos, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell for notifications, and share our videos far and wide all over your social medias. We share it on our social medias as well, and you can find us there at...
It's Kelly Youth Complex Staff for Facebook, Youth Complex CYC for Twitter, Instagram is youth_complex, and so is TikTok.
Ooh.
So you can get us on there, and if you want to go and check out our other episodes, they're all on our YouTube. We want to say a big thank you to John Hawkins for coming on last week. He was brilliant. He spoke about his time growing up in Castlemilk, how he got into youth work, and the campaign to save our pitch at Ballia Football Centre. So go and check that out if you're interested in that sort of stuff in the community news and things like that. And the week before we had Fraser on, so we want to say a big thank you to Fraser as well. So, and if you want to be involved in the Milk Round, give us a shout on our social medias or give us an email. We'll read that out at the end again, and you can get in touch with us and tell us any topics or guests we should get on for a Milk Round. So I welcome to this episode. This is a big episode for us, and you'll see it's the three hosts are back again because it's a birthday episode. So we thought we would bore you with all three partners this week.
And if you've noticed, we have a new wee logo happening, a nice wee birthday gift from the fabulous Victoria. So you might have seen her in a previous episode. She came on with CJ and Emily chatting about the book that she illustrated with them. So we'll give her a wee tag and a wee shout out, and you can tell us what you think of our new logo. Nice. I think I look quite dapper.
I know it's the best I've looked, so it is. And I love the wee starting intro as well that Chris has made for us, and it's like, yes. My Mill Ground. Is that your voice, Chris, that does that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to do the full episode in that voice now, that means.
It would be difficult because I used various audio effects to... No, in fact, it was just a helium balloon, man, to be honest. That was it. There you go.
Aye, so this week we're just going to chat nonsense again, do our normal segments, and then finish up with a quiz. But I thought we'd talk about how Glasgow are still in level 3, guys. That might change tomorrow. By the time you're watching this on Thursday, we might have another announcement out. We might be changing level. But even in level 3, Chris, you've managed to get yourself locked up again, like Akon.
Locked up, don't let me down. Oh, I'm pure on fire with the tunes unite, lads.
I have no idea what that tune is, by the way, just out of interest. So.
Call yourself a music man.
I'm trying to think if I know a song, Isolation. Yeah, there's a Joy Division song, which you won't know. So right back at you. Isolation.
But,
maybe that's the reason.
I was doing it. I was off camera. So like, you know. Yeah, it's the first time since all of this started that I've had to self-isolate. So, and also my son Jack, he's had to self-isolate as well in the same way.
From a separate situation? From
a completely separate situation. And I know for a fact that the wee boy next door to me is also self-isolating because his class all get sent home from school.
Right.
So let me just put it out there and saying we're all kind of thinking that we're getting past it, but actually it seems to be in Glasgow that we're not, and that we need to really kind of just take that into consideration. Luckily, so far everything's been totally fine. Any tests that we've had have been negative and stuff like that. We're all feeling 100% healthy, but it just shows you, and it's the first time that it's actually happened to me directly in the whole time. And we've been far worse episodes throughout this kind of whole saga. So it's just a bit of a kick up the butt just to say, aye, be vigilant. So
Aye.
there you go.
I think it's good as well that you can get your lateral flow tests and do them to make you feel a wee bit better, because there is lots of young people that are asymptomatic and they are passing it, they're classed as carriers. So I've got my wee lateral flow test here, and you can see it's a C, and that is negative. If it had 2 lines on it, it would be positive, and if it was a line at the T, that means that it's not really working, and you need to either get an actual test or do it again. But if you're ever doing the test and you're worried, me and Lee did a video, so check the TikTok, and we can share that again. Or if you're just stuck and you're worried, message us on Facebook. We can FaceTime you through it, walk you through it. It's going to be all right. It's better to get checked out. So, Chris, you ordered some at your house. How long did they take to get there?
I ordered the test. If you just do like a search on Google for lateral flow test, delivery or ordering or whatever, then you'll go straight to a government website. So it says .gov.uk. Please don't click on anything else. Please don't let anyone charge you for these, because they're absolutely free of charge. Plug in your details. It gives you an option to maybe do a login thing like you would do a sign up for Facebook or not. It's entirely up to you. I would recommend doing it, because not only Kirsty just mentioned about the test being negative, positive, or voided for whatever reason, regardless of the test result, you have to report it as well. It's no good just doing the test and not reporting it. If you don't report it, because what this does, it gives everyone a chance to know where the virus is and how it's spreading. And that's the reason for the lateral flow test. So you can order it on the website, and it will literally be in your house a day later. In my experience, they say no more than 2 days. So it does come really quickly, and it's very clear. The instructions, just read through the instructions really carefully.
Yeah.
There are plenty of videos. We've done one. There's other videos out there as well that will give you an idea. Yes, I'll say it's not the most pleasant experience, but it's a lot more pleasant than actually being symptomatic or being asymptomatic and passing on to somebody who's quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's
And you can get them in your school, guys. So if you speak to your school office, they'll be able to give you a form that you may have to take home for consent, and then you can pick up a pack of these lateral flow tests in your school as well. That's at secondary schools. You can pick these up. I'm not sure if it's the same at primary schools. I imagine it would only be secondary right now.
I think so. No, there's never been a mention of that in my experience as a parent of primary school.
So you've been stuck in for quite a while, Chris, so you must have been watching some terrible telly, and there was something really terrible. Really terrible at the weekend on. But I love it. I watch it every year, and it was Eurovision. So did you guys watch it this year?
No.
No, same with you,
Chris. Every year, nobody likes us. Nobody likes us. But what I'm going to say is, we lost it big time, because see the UK drag race? The bing bang bong, ding dang dong, ding dang dong, UK hun. That should have been it, and we would have won.
Right, okay. Do you think we would have won?
110 million%. If you agree, comment below. Tell me. UK hun was an epic song. Lawrence Chaney, Bimini, amazing. Needed to happen. Take over the world.
I don't really appreciate the sectarianism towards me, Kirsty, right, using that word. But it was on a Saturday night, and I watched it. I watch it every year, and I had a couple of beers and watched it, and I loved it. There was this Ukrainian song, right? I don't know, you'll maybe be able to get it on YouTube, but the Ukrainian one was like some techno Ukrainian folk song or something, and it is brilliant. It starts off kind of slow and then just gets faster and faster and faster. So check that out, please, you too, but also of yours as well. Check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it.
I seen that there was lots of stuff being shared on social media about it. So I seen that Malta was like amazing, and I was getting like Lizzo vibes for the girl that was singing there. She was fabulous. But I noticed, so Pride Glasgow shared on their social media that Malta has got the highest rating for LGBTI plus human rights and legal policies. So that's like supporting people who identify as NRM and to be really strong allies as well. So how amazing is that? But how shocking is it that we're not up there?
Aye, that's true. Aye.
So if there is lots of things that are happening now in your community where you can get involved and becoming a young person that's like an MSYP, which is a young person that has a power to take things to Parliament, basically. So if you want to make changes for LGBTIQ plus young people, then you can get involved and join in. And if you're worried or you don't know who to go to and you want to become a politician or get a wee bit of experience in that, messages and we'll send you in the right direction.
Definitely. Sounds great. Aye, so that was the rubbish teller that was on this week, but maybe we should change to something that we actually wanted to watch and enjoyed watching, and we should go to our segment of what's on my telly and what's in my belly, and we'll share with the young people and our viewers what we've actually been enjoying watching this week. So who wants to go first this week? Will I go first since I wasn't on last week?
Why not?
Yeah.
Right, okay, that sounds good. Right, so I've been watching a sitcom recently, and it's an old sitcom. It started years ago, and I had watched a couple of episodes, but I hadn't really got into it. But now me and Brooke have started watching this, like binge watching it, and it's Modern Family. So Netflix right now, it is incredible. So it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I can recommend it to everybody. It's like a 12, so it's got like some silly innuendos and all that, but it's about a family who are so diverse. So there's a typical American family, I would say. So heterosexual, man, wife, 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. And then there's a gay couple who have just adopted a Vietnamese baby. And then there is the father of one of the gay guys and the wife of the other guy. Their dad is married now to a Colombian woman who's got a kid that isn't his. So it sounds a bit mad, but the interactions through all the characters and that are brilliant. Do you guys watch it? Have you seen it?
I've seen it before, definitely. Tony's always talking about it in the Eufy,
Right.
and he got his all like watching it. I'm sure Kelly's a big fan of it as well. It's one of the ones that you can like kind of like stick on and not have to think.
Aye, exactly.
Or you can pick it, like you could literally pick any episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter. You don't have to have been like
pretty standalone
at a certain season or like anything like that. You can just like pick any and just go for it. So I like that.
Aye. And the character Phil Dunphy, who's the dad of like the typical American family, is just incredible. So he's probably one of my favourite TV characters ever.
Really?
Aye.
Well, that's strong words.
He is good. So check that out, Chris, and all you guys, check it out if you've not seen it before. It's on Netflix right now. So moving on, what's on my belly this week? It's a really simple one, but I've just fell in love with him in the last couple of weeks. I've only tried them like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's fans of ice cream, guys.
Yes.
Like an ice cream on a stick after your dinner.
I'm more of an ice pop.
Right, okay. Right.
I like Aldi, they fake Calippos.
Right.
Dynamite.
Aye.
What about you?
I've been going for the Crunchy Blast recently. So it's like an ice cream on a stick, right? But it's chocolate on the outside, so it's like Cadbury's chocolate, and then it's honeycomb ice cream inside, and then the chocolate on the outside's got cotton candy in it.
Oh, that sounds like a feast, but like an amazing feast.
Aye. Chris is making a face there, right? I didn't think I would like it when I first seen the wrapper. I was like, cotton candy with ice cream, it doesn't work.
Yes, it does. Cotton candy works with everything.
Aye.
Put it on your spaghetti bolognese. Cotton candy works.
You Buddy the Elf. Aye, so that's what I've been into, and I would recommend you all to try them because the honeycomb ice cream inside is just amazing. And
I like a crunchy, mate, and that as soon as you said cotton candy, that was when I started to check out. But if you are saying to me hand in heart that you can recommend these, I will make it my mission to source this and try it, and I will give a review in a future episode.
Aye, please do. I'll even bring you one into the complex when you're back.
You do that.
Right, so that's what's on my telly and what's on my belly. What about you guys? Who's going to go first?
Since I was just talking there, I'll go. So what's on my telly? I've already mentioned last week, so I'm just kind of I had lots of stuff in the bank because I hadn't been on the podcast for a long time. So something that I had watched in that period of time. So I'd mentioned the Marvel new TV shows. So I've watched WandaVision, and this week I'm also going to recommend The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Right, okay.
So last week I kind of mentioned that WandaVision was very much a departure from the kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was quite different in its approach. This is more, the Falcon and Winter Soldier is more of a traditional take on, and it's more what you would expect from a Marvel product and stuff like that, but still really important to tying into other things that are happening in the future. The opening scene of it is absolutely incredible. That's all I'll say. It's a skydiving type, in the air type scene.
Right.
And it's, to me, it's pushed the boundaries. It's really pushed on the boundaries of it. It was an absolutely incredible piece of action filming. And when you find out, when you actually watch, there's that kind of thing that you watch how they made it, the amount of work that's went into making it that good is, so even if you don't like Marvel, just watch the opening part of that first episode, because it's absolutely incredible.
And is that on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus, yeah. So there's going to be shows coming out through the year. So, and I think it's next week or the week after, there's a new TV show coming out, and it's Loki, which is Thor's brother, who's sometimes a good guy, sometimes a bad guy. Not quite too sure. So this is the next TV show that's coming out. So I'm sure I'll probably mention it.
Aye.
In
Brilliant.
future.
All these Marvel recommendations, then check that out.
I'm going to be giving you quite a lot of Marvel recommendations for the next wee while. So yeah.
Brilliant. What about in your belly, Chris? What's in your belly?
My belly. So this is something that I've alluded to in the past. Remember when we had our kind of my pizza rant?
Aye.
And I'd mentioned this place, but I'd said I hadn't tried it. So now I've tried it. I tried it ages ago, to be honest. And I'm now kind of seen as a regular, like they kind of know me now, you know what I mean? So I'm in maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So it's a place called Kanato, and it's right next to Cathcart train station. They don't do deliveries or anything like that. They don't need to, basically, because they're that popular. So during the day, what they do is between 12 and 3, they do these kind of pre-made thick based Detroit style pizza slices, and they are absolutely, that's the only one I've tried so far.
That sounds absolutely just dynamite.
Absolutely incredible. You can't get anything like it in Glasgow. There's barely any places out there that do a Detroit deep style pizza. I'm not a fan of deep style pizza, but oh my God, this is just something it's amazing.
Can we get this for our planning our planning session?
Good, because it's absolutely amazing.
What toppings have you went for on it? What toppings have
you
you
go with? Whatever toppings, like they have kind of like all the kind of like regular like pepperoni. What they do is they pre-make this tray. It's like a deep kind of tray, and it's kind of got burnt bits of cheese. So they'll like say, well, what toppings do you want on it? And then when they reheat the slice for you, you can get usually whatever toppings, regular kind of toppings that there are. But their main I think their main toppings are pepperoni. They do a really good fennel sausage, which is like kind of Italian-y kind of crumbled sausage. Sometimes you get it in Domino's. There's that kind of style, kind of thing in it. So you can get mainly any toppings you ask for, really. So it's not cheap. It's a little treat.
That was going to be my next question.
It's worth it, you know.
Right, okay.
You're talking like a square bit of pizza, and it's quite a good kind of feed you're getting off it. You're talking it's £4 a slice,
right? Yeah,
which is expensive, and I understand that. But you're really getting top bin quality material here. You know, you get a thumbs up from me on it. So that's why I'm giving them a shout out. They also, you get after...
Can I get a discount code?
I know. Where's my discount now? And at night, they do just normal pizzas, but you have to pre-order a collection slot because they're that popular, basically. So you can't just turn don't just think about turning up to the shop at night and expecting a pizza. You can do that during the day, but you can't do that at night. You need to book a collection slot and go and get them.
Wow.
Getting hungry at the thought of that. Getting hungry.
Yeah.
Nice one, Chris. So what about you, Kirsty? What have you been watching? What's in your telly?
Well, this week is the week. The week I've been waiting for. I spoke about it last week and I'm buzzing out my nut. I've got my friends' pyjamas ready. And I've got my friends' like cushions and bed covers and everything at the ready for me and snacks to watch the Friends reunion. So when this goes live, that's what I'm going to be watching. And it's on at 8 o'clock. So hopefully you've been watching this and you can kind of get a wee link, you know, tune in and see it. But there's been lots of things on like Twitter and TikTok about like all the people kind of slagging the cast. And I was just like, oh my God, like how can anybody hate Friends? Like people are pure nasty. I'm like, these are amazing people. And we were chatting with my youth work class the other day, and when Phoebe is in it and she's pregnant, so that was her actually, she was actually pregnant. That wasn't a fake bump. I never knew that.
He's now
so
graduated college.
He's at college? He's just finished college? How crazy is that?
It's mad.
Like, that makes me feel old.
I was like watching the kind of trailer for it after we spoke about it last week, and you know something, Lisa Kudrow looks fantastic.
Oh, amazing.
She looks,
do you know what? She looks the best.
No different from, honestly. And that's
she's had the least amount of work.
That's maybe why. No, she looks fantastic.
So I've been binge watching Friends to get me pure excited, like to count down. And just before I came on, I was watching one, and it was Joey doesn't share food.
Right.
And I can relate.
Aye. I was watching the Milk Ground episode last week, and I was watching you saying, I've got my friend's phone cover, I've got my friend's cushion, I've got my friend's jammies, and I was thinking, has Kirsty actually got any friends to go along with us?
Oh.
Well, I can't exactly watch it out in the garden with anybody, can I? So me and my cousin are going to FaceTime and watch it at the same time. Oh. Friends! Family friends!
That doesn't count.
Aye, doesn't count. I'm with Chris on that one.
Are you not my friends?
Yeah, best of friends. So you says that you're watching the Joey Doesn't Share Food. What have you not been sharing this week, Kirsty? What has been in your belly?
That's where I was going with that one. Well done. So I was in Asda, and they've got this new plant-based range. And I was a bit like, well, it's a bit bougie. I don't know if I'm into that. But actually, I got a couple, and I tried like a mushroom risotto one that I spoke about before. And it was ages ago. So I tried another one, and it was a plant-based lasagna. Oh my God. Dynamite.
Right.
Dynamite. I feel as if sometimes when you get like a wee micro meal for Asda or whatever, it's like when it's cheap meat, you kind of like taste like how it's rubbish. But because there was no meat, it was like bomb or whatever that was in it.
There's no meat, you can't taste cheap meat.
Aye. It was dynamite. It was pure tasty.
Oh, what happened?
The pasta was dynamite. Oh, it was so good. Loved it. So
more of
I would say a strong 7 or 8 out of 10.
Oh, and healthier as well.
And healthier, yes.
I've tried. You know, it's available in all the kind of shops. It's the kind of vegan range, and it's like kind of shawarma and Greek gyros meat.
Oh yeah,
they do burgers and stuff. It's in most supermarkets. I really like. To be honest, because
this brand is like, it's got bright green writing and it says plant-based. But if you're not like vegan or veggie or anything like that, get a bash as well, because you don't need to be, because I'm no, but I just saw it and thought I'd get a wee try. And we don't often give inclusive options on what's on our belly, so thought we'd tick that box.
Well done. Aye, so that finishes up our What's My Telly and What's My Belly. If you guys want to let us know what's in your telly and what's in your belly, comment in the comment section down below or get us on our social medias. Just tell us when we share the podcast on it in the comments below that, or give us a mail or a direct message or an email, and we'll maybe give you a wee shout out of what you're watching and eating. So as we says at the top of the episode, this is our first birthday of the milk round. So what we're going to do is just going to give a wee review of how we felt the milk round's gone down this year, and maybe some of our favourite parts of the milk round. So how have you enjoyed being on the milk round, guys? Have you enjoyed hosting and getting to grips with how to make a podcast? If we even know yet how to make it.
I don't think we know yet. I've absolutely loved it. I've loved like the banter. I've loved all the different kind of ranges. I loved how it's kind of been like flowing. Like we've been trying all different things, from being like just coming on as a guest to then becoming a host and a challenge winner. I have absolutely loved it. I have loved it, and I think I have a favourite part, and it has to be the bogies challenge. The bogies challenge. If you haven't seen it, guys, I don't know where you have been. You need to go on and have a look. The video's up there. Oh, it was the best, and I still go into B&M, and I think they know it's me. Like you still know.
It was the
like,
worst.
That's that bogies woman. Like. Oh, honestly, best one ever. Loved it. Also did love it when Angela came on, my pal, and she started singing. It was so funny.
That was my favourite moment of the podcast so far. Angela getting it her all to remember what the lyrics of a song were and to name the title for the quiz.
Or when Drew was on, I was actually at the bank with a young person opening a bank account, and it was actually Drew's girlfriend that was serving us, and we were chatting away, and we were chatting about how you could see Drew in the window, and he was trying to hide his off me.
I don't know if you've seen that episode, Chris. We had the Modern Kind on. We had Drew and Sean for the Modern Kind on, and they had met up and had a few beverages to calm their nerves before they came on.
Okay. Beverage, you know.
But Drew, the lead singer, had said, "No, I'll do this off screen, so you won't see me. Like, and I'll just keep it cool. I'll take a drink off screen and that, so nobody will see the bottle and stuff like that. Because obviously he's a youth complex. They're sitting in front of a window. It's so reflective because the light's shining right up, and you see him standing up and like."
Honestly, he done that about 10 times, and we're like that.
Aye.
Did it again. And then at the end, he was just about to do it, and he's like, "Oh, go away with it!" Like, no, you've no, not at all. Oh, it's so funny.
What about you, Chris? What is your favourite moment of the milk round been?
Honestly, I think getting like James Toner on was like a really
epic.
It's such an interesting story, you know. It's hard not to just tune in for something like that.
And the freebies that he gave us, and we gave it to young people. Remember that? That was amazing.
Great guest. So that was one of my favourite moments, because I just felt that it was just such a. If you hadn't heard the story before, then it was just it would knock you away.
That night, Chris, I had never read his books, but I'd heard his story. Just from other people, never for James himself, and then when he came on and told it, I was the same as you. I was blown away by it. Like, but such an inspirational guy, and we've had lots of inspirational guests on, musicians, football players, community workers, LGBT rights activists, mental health episode. We had that. I think that was the first time you were a guest on here, Kirsty.
I think it was. Aye. How mad is that?
Yeah, we've spoke about a lot of nonsense as well. So we spoke about sport, music, the internet and social media and what that's doing our young people. YouTube, we had an episode on, Chris, because we love it that much. And then people like Dana and that, working with young Scott and things like that, even more recently. Fraser and Kelly coming on to tell us what's going on inside the complex, and all our school workers as well, telling us what's going on in the secondary schools in Castlemark. So it's been a brilliant year, and we're hoping to keep giving you guys good content. So if there's anything that we're missing that you think would add to the milk round or add to our YouTube channel, let us know. Let us know what you want to see, because we are pretty old now and we don't really know what YouTube is anymore. We've done an episode on it, and we thought we were watching the right things and being quite cool, but there might be other stuff out there. I don't know, there might be stuff that we're missing.
Well, since we were chatting about like the challenges and that, and how they were like my favourite episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the young people quite like taking part in the challenges as well, especially when we were doing the After 8 challenge,
Yeah.
in the hub and the lockdown and stuff. I thought it's the first birthday of the milk round. Why don't Aggie, you and Chris a challenge?
Right.
Are you ready?
Oh, is it right now? The challenge is right now?
No, I'm just going to tell you what it is.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, imagine I did it right now.
I was like, I don't know if I'm ready.
So, my year challenge. You can get as creative as you like. Now, Chris might have an edge on this.
Right, okay.
But Lee pulled it out the bag when there was a similar challenge with me. Do we know anything? We feeling any vibes?
Is it a music challenge here?
Yeah, there's a music vibe to it.
Right.
I want these to have a rap battle.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, God.
Right, okay.
So,
like dissing and stuff, like.
No, I'm doing.
Right, okay.
No, just like have like a wee wrap off. It could be funny, it could be about the youth, it could be about the milk round, it could be about eating. And then we're going to have a vote and get the young people to vote whose rap is the best. Now, the youth is known for having the best raps in Castlemilk. Thank you, Janet.
That was good. I like that.
I'm away. That's it. I'm away.
Let's see if you two have got what it takes.
Okay.
So how do we do this? Do we have to record the rap?
So you can do it, you can record the rap, you can put it on TikTok, you can put it on Instagram, whatever, and we'll set a deadline off screen, and then we can upload it, and then we'll do it whose people have got to vote.
Okay.
So you can be in it, or you can just say it, or...
And what it has to be about the youth complex or something like that.
Youth complex, the milk round, living in Glasgow, could be it.
Okay. Right.
The world.
Thanks for that, Kirsty. That's it.
Aye, cheers, Kirsty. You know what? I really hope Chris beats you in the quiz right now. So that is next week. But we're not finished there for the episode. We have got the quiz coming up. We've not got a guest on this week, so it's going to be back to the original Chris versus Kirsty.
That's what you think, Lee, because that's not the surprise of the milk round first anniversary party.
What? Did you know, Kirsty?
Just put your quiz down, pal.
No quiz ready.
No, put your quiz down.
Step aside.
I'm sick. I'm quite sick of this. Like us having to put ourselves on the line week after week after week. So it's your turn.
Mastermind now.
Your turn.
Okay.
So,
under pressure.
A selection of questions that you have asked in season 1 of the milk rounds.
Wow, okay.
So this should be easy for you. This is
should
a memory test for you.
Oh, no.
Would you not say?
It's just me, or is it against Kirsty?
No, I think it's just you today.
Just you.
Right, okay. Right.
Just you. Just you. So I'm just going to look out my preparation.
Well, I'm nervous, Kirsty. I've never been on this side of the
Nervous poo.
BRB. I
So,
don't remember season 1.
well,
Right.
and this is a nice thing about it. It's a little trip down memory lane for all of us. So
No, see, before we do it, though,
yeah.
Lee, you always save the quizzes in your phone, so can you remove your phone?
Right, okay.
Because I know what you like.
Behind a laptop.
Okay.
I've tried to go through chronologically through all the kind of episodes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But there were certain ones that it wouldn't have been really fair because it was very much news items of that week, and it wasn't things that you would easily remember. So I have been as fair as I can in this situation. cause.
I would have done that. I would have been like, oh, remember on the first month of lockdown at 22 minutes past
I know.
4.
This is why I wanted Chris to beat you.
So
Damn it,
we're going to start with episode 2 because
Okay.
actually in episode 1 we didn't do a quiz.
Right, okay.
So episode 2 was the first quiz that we did, and it was just like a quiz just for myself to kind of, and so it was a news item quiz.
Right.
But this question was so bizarre that I would think you would probably remember it.
Okay.
So here we go. Which type of bird did India capture thinking it was a spy sent by Pakistan?
It was a pigeon, wasn't it?
It was a pigeon!
Oh my God, how did you know that?
I was waiting for the Sophie Ellis Bextor to come in there.
I'm telling you, you're doing well because I spent today re-listening to the quiz sections and that was a question in it. So I think we might be onto something here.
Oh no. Oh no.
So episode 3 was a music episode and it was with Maya as our special guest.
Yep. Good episode. Well done, Maya. Thanks for coming on.
So the questions were lead singers of bands.
Ah, right, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So which band is River Kiyomo lead singer of?
I was supposed to go see this band, I think, this year with Fall Out Boy and Green Day. Is it Weezer?
Correct.
Oh,
It's the one that I get caught out with because
Right.
I liked the band, but I didn't know the name of the singer. So I get caught out with that one.
Right. I think I'm quite lucky there that I was
doing
supposed
well
to
here.
Aye, I think you are. I'm going to up this ante here, Chris.
Episode 4 was our mental health episode, and it was the first time Kirsty appeared.
Right.
Woo!
Babs as well. It was a great episode.
Yeah,
And
great.
your quiz that you made up that time was famous addresses.
Oh, right, okay.
So
This one killed me.
it can be fictional or non-fiction.
Right.
So the question is, who stays at 31 Spooner Street?
The Griffins from Family Guy.
Correct. Maybe that's
Kirsty's
such a good idea,
hating this.
Kirsty. Oh, she's away again. Right. Episode 5.
Remember that?
We remember that episode.
Yes, we do. That was one that I had to edit. Oh, she's away. She better put herself on mute or something.
Aye.
Okay. Episode 5 was sport, and it was Tom was standing in.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Great episode.
his kind of specialist knowledge. So this might be the one that catches you out, Lee, although I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You've got a pretty good memory. I've been very impressed. So I've kind of modified the question because it was last year that happened. So the Kansas Chiefs won the 2020 Super Bowl. Who were their opponents? Tom's got a really good knowledge of American football and general American sports. That's why this was a question.
Yep. Kansas City Chiefs would have played the... Oh, I'm not sure. I think Brady went to the Buccaneers from the Patriots. Would they have beat the Patriots? I don't think. I'll go the Patriots. I don't know. New England Patriots.
It was the San Francisco 49ers.
Ah, right, okay.
Woo! You got it wrong!
Look at this in the background here. Maybe I should ask her a few questions.
No, that wasn't part of the plan, Chris.
There was a bonus point there as well, Chris, wasn't there? There was the score bonus point.
Oh, do you know something? I never even listened that far. I was like, that's me. I've got my question now. And I knew that would be the one. What was the score?
People were slating me the week after, being like, oh, I can't believe you've gave him that hard a bonus question.
But it was his specialism.
Aye.
His
I
specialism.
think it was 28-3, the score.
We'll need to go back and check that. I never noted it down.
Kirsty, do you want to check that right now? See if I've got that. Do I get the point?
So what is the team?
Nah.
So you're looking at the 2020 Super Bowl and the score. And what did you say it was, Lee?
I thought it was 28-3.
Okay. And while Kirsty's looking that up, we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
Was it the Chiefs and the 49ers?
Yes.
What did you say?
28-3.
No! 31-20.
Was it? Aye. Oh, well.
Okay, so we'll move
Do we
on.
deduct a point?
Aye. Deduct a point.
2.
Episode. She's taking great pleasure in this, isn't
Love
it?
it.
We've got like 10 questions to get through here, pal, right? Okay. So episode 6 was education, and as such, we did a school quiz. And we did different kind of school subjects. So I just kind of picked the first question. I think you might get this.
Right.
I've got a typo here, but I believe, what is the opposite side of a right angled triangle called?
The hypotenuse.
That is correct.
Okay.
Look at her face, she's still not happy. Okay, episode 7 was about food, and it was with Harry and Marty. There was a bit of kind of cheating going on that time. It hadn't been the first time that somebody cheated on the podcast.
Correct.
Remember that, Kirsty? I don't know if you do, but anyway. Chiffon, marble, and bont are all types of what food?
Chiffon, not a type of taupe.
Chiffon, marble, and
Bunt.
I don't even remember asking this.
Yeah, man, bunt.
Chiffon, marble, and bunt are all a type of meat.
It's incorrect, I'm afraid.
Oh, well.
And it was a question that caught everyone up.
Right.
So nobody got that question correct on the podcast when it was recorded. It's a type of cake, or they're all types of cake.
Right, okay. Marble cake. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, well.
So I've skipped on a few episodes because of some of the reasons we spoke about earlier on. Mm-hmm. So we're skipping on to episode 12, which was No Wrong Paths. And in this episode, you had a capitals and countries quiz.
Right.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Oh, no.
I don't want to say it right now, but I should be okay at capitals and countries. But
I did pretty well at this, I have to say as well.
I maybe shouldn't have said that there, though.
Yeah. So which country has the capital city, Riga?
Latvia.
Correct.
Aye.
Solid. I came up with that. I got that one correct, but I had to really pull it out the bag.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky with being a football fan, so watching Scotland play teams like Latvia and Lithuania and Liechtenstein, you kind of get to know the cities in their countries like randomly. So, aye.
Well, there you go. So,
rubbish.
Can't catch you on that one. Episode 13 was relationships, and I think that was yourself and Kirsty that were on that episode.
Yeah, great episode.
Great relationship.
You should get this. I think you'll get this. Which two Sesame Street characters made their relationship status public after a Supreme Court ruling in the US?
Bert and Ernie, is that the right names?
Correct, yeah. Not Big Bird, Kirsty. Not Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy.
I think Kirsty's getting more of a roasting in this.
I feel as if we should have made this even harder.
Episode 14 was YouTube, and it was a YouTube quiz we had.
Right, okay.
And this was the one where I get lambasted by Kirsty because I did research, and she called that cheating, which
it was
explain the difference between research and cheating.
Yeah.
We had to do a disclaimer in the next episode to talk about it.
Just can I get staff?
Because I was trying to date when I started watching YouTube accurately, and just some facts kind of seeped in, and I remembered the facts. I didn't read the facts off my phone at the time of the quiz.
Right.
Neither did I.
Might need to read it off a phone for this question though. So, what famous day of the year was YouTube launched?
Was it Valentine's Day?
It was.
Right, okay.
He's got a great memory, this one, or is it general knowledge? We don't know.
Oh, well, it could just be a memory game.
Memory might not be. Right.
I feel as if there's some sort of cheating somehow, and I don't know how.
There's going to be any cheating.
Did you tell him what questions you were going to ask?
I didn't even know I was going to be getting asked questions
You're a
tonight.
good actor. Don't geese it.
I had a quiz ready for you about the year
Aye.
2020.
Okay. Episode 15, we had a wrestling quiz. We didn't have a subject. That's why I haven't talked about the actual content. We didn't have a theme that week. So we had a wrestling quiz, which was my specialised subject. So just like we were asking Tom about American football, I got asked about wrestling, and it was like back of the net. I think it was 100% I got that week.
I think so, aye.
Whose catchphrase is "It's true, it's damn true"?
Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Is it?
That's how he says it. So
yeah. You suck. Is it Kurt Angle?
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to give you a harder one than that.
Right. You should have.
Last question, and it was I can't even remember his catchphrase. It's that unmemorable. I love to fight.
Oh, it's the Irish guy. Is it Sheamus? No. The other Irish guy.
He is the Irish guy, though. You're right. It was the first Irish guy that came into WWE. It was Fit Finlay.
Finlay, aye, so it was.
So there you go. So I should have probably chose that question, but I thought that's a wee bit unfair. But who knows? Well, he's doing amazing, so probably.
Thank you.
Are you all right, man? Pure blown air up his bum.
Episode 16 was the film.
Right.
The film theme. And it was a film quiz. And it was the one I was feeling not great about because I wasn't very good at film quizzes.
Right.
And doing Zoom quizzes. So this is something that you made up for your family. So I'm really confident that you've got this.
Oh, so I've done it twice?
You've done, probably this will be your third time now. In the Matrix, does Neo take the red or the blue pill? It's a 50-50.
I knew you were going to ask this, Chris. I knew you were going to ask this.
Is it the red or the blue pill?
Blue.
Incorrect.
Yes!
I don't know why I've not memorised it yet because I've done it.
That's a 50%er. I thought he's got this. But I have to say, a fantastic showing there, Lee.
Thank you.
You definitely put that one out the bag. Well done.
Yes.
The reason why I'm going to give you a bonus question just out there to the two of you. And this is like a milk round knowledge question.
Okay.
So what is our highest viewed episode? Just of the milk round. Nothing else on our YouTube, just the milk round.
The one with Angela.
Yeah, that's what I would have said as well.
That's
over
correct.
300 views.
And I get the point because she's my pal.
What's the least viewed one? Is it all the ones with Kirsty in it? Yeah.
No, I brought the ratings up. And that's an oxymoron because I was on the one and Angela was on it. So,
I think it was Angela singing that done it.
Aye.
Over the top.
Aye, what a star. Okay, guys, thanks again for tuning in. I can't believe I've been put on the spot twice there. I'm not having another birthday this year. Thanks again for watching. If you can like our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, ring the bell for notifications, and share the video far and wide on our social medias. We'll be sharing it as well on our social medias when it goes out on Thursday night, and you can find us on social media at...
It's Kelly Youth Complex Staff. You've caught me in the hop for Facebook because I remembered that right off the top of my head, so I'm really impressed with myself. Twitter is Youth Complex CYC. Instagram and TikTok are both youth_complex.
TikTok.
TikTok.
I'm
getting into this rap phase now. I need to get into the persona.
You need to wear costumes or something. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Right,
so excited.
Involved. Aye. Right. Stay tuned for that rap challenge as well. Thanks, Kirsty. And we'll see you again next week, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.